Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a couple of custom pieces from the legendary action figure customizer LooseCollector. And if you're not familiar with this man's work, I strongly suggest that you Google his name and go check out a bunch of his customs, because that dude is incredible and he's like a pioneer when it comes to Marvel Legends action figure customs, because that dude has been doing his thing forever, it seems like. I remember when I first started to get into collecting action figures on a higher level than just walking into stores and looking for things. And what I mean by that is like going on the internet and following news and trying to make customs and getting into customizing and all that good stuff. LooseCollector's work was always there. He was like one of the first names that would pop up when you would like Google custom action figures back in, like, 10, 12 years ago. Now a lot of people do it. There's a lot of incredible dudes out there, but LooseCollector, I feel like, is one of the first guys that was putting out high quality action figure customs, and the dude is just amazing. And I've never been able to pick up one of his like full pieces, but luckily he does have some things that you're able to go purchase on eBay, and we're going to be talking about a couple of those things in this video. And another thing we're going to be doing in this video is a couple of head swaps that I should have done in my Lovers Triangle 3-pack comparison video, but it just slipped my mind. So a couple people had some really good suggestions, and I'm going to show you a couple of those since we have a bunch of X-Men figures out. But let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with this retracted wing accessory for your Marvel Legends Archangel. And this thing is just awesome. I love the way it looks. I love the shiny paint on it. The sculpted details are very well done. You could see that they're sculpted lines. They're all very clean and nice. And I just love how like there's like that little bump there, it's not just flat. That would have been kind of lazy if it was just like a flat piece. He actually added some like detail and texture and some depth to it, it just looks really, really nice. And I just love that metallic paint effect. And I'm really disappointed that the Marvel Legends Archangel figure, that ultimate one that they re-released with all the accessories, didn't come with this piece, because to me, this is an essential look for Archangel. I feel like he's probably shown like this more than he's shown with his wings fully out, because oftentimes the X-Men are hanging out, they're in the mansion, they're doing their thing, and he always has his wings like this. So I'm really surprised that they only gave us the spread wing look for the official release. But yeah, this thing is just amazing, man. I'm so happy with the way this looks, and it just fits onto the figure perfectly. It just pegs right into the back where the wings would go, and it just goes in there with no problem at all. You could obviously put it onto the other Archangel figures because the peg hole is the same size, and I haven't messed with this X-Force Archangel in a while. Look at his legs are a little warped. That kind of sucks, but let's go ahead and see what he looks like with this on. Probably looks super dope. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, that is awesome. And then the metallic look of the wings kind of matches the metallic paint job on the figure himself. Oh dude, that is so dope. But my favorite look with this thing has got to be Archangel with the death mask and then the retracted wings, and I just love that so much. And you could do some really cool stuff like this, maybe some like post-battle kind of setup where Archangel's maybe walking through with all the X-Men kind of laying on the floor. His wings are like retracted. He's just kind of looking down at them like he just whooped their ass. I think that would be really dope. But yeah, man, this is such a cool little accessory. And even though it's not the most complicated, complex thing ever, it's a very simple and effective piece that adds a lot to a very important character in your X-Men lineup. So I'm just really happy with it. And I'm just baffled that the official release didn't come with this. But to be honest with you, it wouldn't have been as good as this anyways. So it worked out fine. And this thing is not very expensive. It costs about $25 shipped on eBay. And I think it's well worth it. It's just so well done. Let's see if we could get a really close look here. I don't know what the material is, but it's pretty sturdy. I don't feel like it's gonna break or anything like that, but I would still be careful because it is a custom piece, and you just never know. But it does look very nice. Just check it out here. You could see that it's actually painted silver because the base piece looks like it was white. But yeah, the paint job is amazing. The sculpting work is very clean. You could see all the lines in there. As I said, there's not too much going on, but it's just perfectly executed. And I just love the design here. It kind of looks like a bull. Check that out. That's dope. But yeah, and it is a little curved kind of, you could tell. But yeah, this is such a cool piece, and I just love that I'm able to have this look now for Archangel, man. That is so dope. This was always one of my favorite looks for Archangel. The death mask, the wings retracted, and yeah, I'm just really happy with this. And LooseCollector definitely killed it with this little piece here. And you're probably wondering why I have Spider-Man hanging out with the X-Men, and the reason why is because this next piece is a very Spider-Man specific piece, and not specific to the Spider-Man comics. It comes from the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends animated series from back in the day, and that would be VideoMan. And this thing is really crazy. It's a very bizarre choice for a custom, but it's very cool and unique looking, and I think this thing is awesome. But the way that it comes is in a plastic bag, and you could see that the figure itself is kind of wrapped up in like saran wrap. Let's go ahead and open this up and check that out. You got the LooseCollector sticker on there. That's dope. But you take the figure out, and yeah, look at that. It's kind of wrapped up in saran wrap to keep it safe. And he also comes with a little stand. Oops, sorry there, Kurt. It comes with a little stand that has a LooseCollector sticker on it as well. So that's all very cool, but let's open this thing up and take a look here. Okay, so here we go. Look at this thing. How weird is this? You know, I'm not very familiar with VideoMan, but I have seen clips of him from that animated series, and I think that he's like a guy that maybe he's like the Claw where he's like sound or something, but when they do show him, he is like flat. So I think this is like a really cool, interesting, kind of weird custom, and this is such a bizarre character to want to try to make, and he keeps knocking down Nightcrawler, and we won't stand for that because Nightcrawler is the man. He's not going to be knocked down by this. Look at this thing. It's very clean and very well done, and I just love all the like jagged effect on the leg to kind of make it look like unstable and weird. This is a really crazy looking thing. I like this a lot. Even though there's not a lot going on, it's very interesting, and it's gonna look really cool next to Spider-Man. Let's check it out here. Oh, come on, Spidey, you too. Come on, yo. And then you have Spider-Man and Iceman. And I think you could come up with some really cool, fun shots with these two guys fighting VideoMan. Unfortunately, I do not have the Marvel Universe version of Iceman or Spider-Man because I think that VideoMan would look really cool next to 3 3/4 inch figures. From what I saw online, it looks like this guy could change size and do all kinds of weird things with his body and stuff like that. So just so you could see what he looks like next to something from Marvel Universe, here he is next to Captain America, and I think that looks really good. That would be really fun to set up some shots with 3 3/4 inch figures. I think that would be really dope. This looks really good right here. But still, since he could change size, he works perfectly fine with Marvel Legends. You could definitely make something happen. But yeah, like I said, it's such a bizarre choice for a custom, but it's really cool, very unique, and it's definitely not something you're going to see anywhere else. So if you want something really bizarre and weird for your Spider-Man collection, or if you're just a hardcore Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends fan, then this is a must-have. It's very high quality. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break. I mean, it is plastic, so I guess, you know, you should be careful because it could snap, especially with all these little pointy edges and stuff. But for the most part, it feels pretty sturdy. It's not very thick. Look at it. But it's a really cool piece, and I'm very happy to have this, and I really think I might have to display Iceman and Spider-Man along with this guy because it's just so weird and bizarre. I can't not have it in my display, you know, so I really like this thing a lot. And about those head swaps that I mentioned before, here's a quick look at the 3-pack Wolverine head on the body from the 80th anniversary 2-pack Wolverine. And I think this looks really good. The yellows match up very nice. They're pretty much perfect. As far as I can tell, they match up perfectly. I really like the way this looks. It gives us a nice giant size X-Men era Wolverine. I know it's not perfect, especially because the mask, but I think this is probably as close as we're going to get right now to a giant size Wolverine. But this looks really nice. And yeah, I like this a lot, man. So I'm happy with that. And the other head swap that a lot of people mentioned was the Cyclops head on the Daredevil body to give us an unmasked Matt Murdock. And I think this is awesome. I saw a lot of people do this on Instagram. I think I saw just J Hernandez do this pretty early. Shout out to him. Check out his YouTube if you're not familiar. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, a lot of people have done this, and I think it looks really good. My only complaint is that it looks a little too happy for Matt Murdock. I mean, Matt Murdock's always pissed off, you know, so maybe if we add some like blood or battle damage paint or something like that, it might like mask that smile a little bit. But as is, I don't know, it seems kind of a little too, he's not happy. It's not like he's straight up smiling, but if you're going to throw a Matt Murdock head onto the Daredevil body with the costume, it should kind of look beat up and a little more rugged, you know. But I do think it looks good. And one suggestion that I saw, which I thought was a really good idea, but it just didn't work, was this head on the Wonder Man body. Just doesn't like line up. The head sits too high. It's on there very loose. But if you want to display them like that, you could kind of make it work if you angle it. And look at that. Oh, dude, that would be so dope. it's almost worth it to get, no, it's not, I was gonna say to get an extra set to get this head and do this. That's a little, that's exaggerating. But if you could get a head cast or something, that would be cool. Look at that, that works out really well. So a lot of really good ideas out there. So thanks to everyone that kind of checked me on that, because I did forget to do those head swaps and I really should have done that. But anyways, some really good ideas maybe for you to build on. I think this might be my favorite though, this Wolverine with this head. This is really, really nice. Okay guys, so I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed checking out these awesome custom pieces from the LooseCollector. If you're interested in buying these for yourself, they are available on eBay, so I'll be sure to leave a link in the description below. And also be sure to check out the LooseCollector's website. He's got a bunch of awesome stuff on there. And like I said, he's just a really talented customizer and he's been doing his thing forever, so you've got to respect that. And as far as these two pieces go, I feel like the Archangel Wings are like a must-have. Like I said, I'm just surprised that we didn't get that in the official release. But luckily LooseCollector came along and fixed that for us, and the thing, it's just nice, it looks good and it looks awesome on the character, and I'm just so happy to finally have that look for Archangel. With VideoMan, I mean, he's really dope and I'm happy to have him, but he's something that's very specific. So if you're a really big fan of Spider-Man and his animated friends, I feel like that thing is a must-have. Or if you just want some bizarre, unique looking villains in your collection, go for it. It's not very expensive, it's very cool, and it's very well done. So there we go. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you guys have a great weekend. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. Peace.